But now the owners of Rosebank, Equinor, are expected to reapply to drill the oil in Rosebank. That means the UK government have the opportunity to make the right choice, to stop it from going ahead for good. We want to show the UK government that normal people like us do not want this oil field. We know that burning the oil and gas in Rosebank will emit as much carbon as 28 entire countries. We know that Rosebank could cost taxpayers hundreds of millions of pounds because of tax breaks given to oil giants. We know that profits from Rosebank could flow to Israeli companies complicit in human rights abuses in Palestine. The UK government know this too, so we need to give them a clear message that we will not let Rosebank go ahead. I've been part of the Stop Rosebank campaign for nearly 3 years now, and that is really exciting because it means that because of people power, because of protests like this and people like you, we have kept that oil in the ground for 3 years. What happens in the coming weeks and months could decide the fate of the campaign. Whether the government listens to the public and stops Rosebank, or listens to the oil lobby and drags us backwards into more dirty, expensive fossil fuels. And then after the rally today, I will be taking a small group of cyclists and we will be cycling around the MP offices in Edinburgh, and we will be delivering them messages from you about why you want them to stop Rosebank. Excellent. So please write a postcard, join in on a chant, and let's stop Rosebank. Nice. When I say stop, you say Rosebank. Stop!
Rosebank!
Stop!
Rosebank!
Stop!
Rosebank!
Stop!
Rosebank!
Stop!
Rosebank!
While public opposition and relentless campaigning against the Rosebank oil field succeeded in passing the decision back to the UK government, the fight is not over. The decision to re-grant the licence is now in hands of the Labour government, who have promised us no new oil fields, but have yet to put that to the test. The burning of Rosebank oil presents a huge threat to our climate stability. The planet is already teetering on the edge of the 1.5 degrees of warming threshold, and we are seeing the stark consequences of that. This summer alone, wildfires made worse by extended 40-degree heat waves in Europe burned more than 1 million hectares of land, making 2025 the worst wildfire year on record. Even in Scotland, we had wildfires that swept across Arthur's Seat, Goatfell, Galloway and Inverness. These fires have pumped out as much as the yearly CO2 emissions of 10 million people. And wildfire smoke is now responsible for hundreds of deaths a year in Europe. Meanwhile, elsewhere, this year deadly floods have afflicted Nigeria, Pakistan, Texas, Bolivia and Australia. And this is just the beginning. For every 0.1 of a degree of warming, these disasters will increase exponentially in scale and ferocity. If we want a livable planet for our children, we must unequivocally stop burning fossil fuels. Despite claims by the fossil fuel industry's cheerleaders, oil fields like Rosebank will never even boost our energy security, nor lower our bills. The oil would be exported for refining and then sold back to us at full market price. Meanwhile, the UK taxpayer would cover over 80% of the development costs for Rosebank, thanks to generous tax breaks. And yet the profits will go into the coffers of its owners, Norwegian state-owned Equinor and its partner, Ithaca Energy, whose Israeli-owned parent company, Dalek, is now UN blacklisted as a result of its actions in support of the genocide in Gaza. I will read that again. Ithaca Energy, whose Israeli-owned parent company Dalek, is now UN blacklisted as a result of its actions in support of the genocide in Gaza. As for claims that Rosebank will create thousands of jobs, Equinor's own estimates suggest 255 direct jobs would be created in the UK over its 25-year lifetime. Scotland. Do the developers choose instead to build the main offshore vessel in Dubai? Compare this to the potential number of green jobs that could be created with this kind of investment instead. Between 135,000 to 725,000 net jobs in low carbon sectors by 2030 for a climate change committee. Scotland has a rival potential essential to renewables. We could meet all our energy heating needs from wind, solar and geothermal. And yet that potential is being hampered by the blocking of investment, expertise and supply chains by companies intent on making fossil fuel profits at our expense. This Labour government promised to make Britain a clean energy.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Lots of postcards are going around. If you need a pen, I do have a couple more pens here as well. I can come give them to you. If you know who your MP is, please do write it on the postcard or try and Google it so that we can give them to the correct MP.